Kelly Porter here. On today's video, we're going to talk about menu planning, how to get food into your family's bellies without having to pick up the phone and have delivery show up every day. It's expensive. It costs way too much money. So menu planning can save you some bucks, save you some sanity, and save kids from asking what's for dinner every 5 seconds. Stay tuned. Okay, so step one of making a successful menu plan is going to be checking your calendar. You need to look at your planner, look at your calendar, whatever the device is that you use or the method that you use to keep track of your family and what's happening on the day-to-day basis. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come in here and you're going to say, okay, I know that we have choir every Wednesday night. So that's going to be a late evening. That means dinner's got to be a little bit later. Whereas we're home all day on Tuesday, for example. So you just have to kind of figure out what's going to be the best day to put a quick, easy meal, an Instapot meal, a throw it in the oven meal, or hey, I have some time today to really try out that new recipe that I'm super excited about. So use that calendar, take advantage. So step two, what are you going to do? You're going to shop your pantry and your refrigerator. You have got so much stuff, probably stuck way up high in that very top shelf, and you're like, what's up there, right? So I suggest go through, write down, pull out, look for the missing items that you could be taking full advantage of, because guess what? You already paid for them. So basically they're free, right? All right, so we've talked about step one and step two. Check that calendar and see what you already have as in your refrigerator and in your pantry and all the nooks and crannies of your kitchen. Step three is something that you can really kind of personalize. And I like to give themes to the day of the week. Now, this isn't something that it's like a hard and fast rule around here that I obey every single time, but it does make menu planning considerably easier. When I know that Monday is Italian night, I'm going to open up my favorite Pinterest page, my favorite cookbook, and I'm going to look for Italian recipes. It's pretty simple. You can do spaghetti with meatballs. You can do lasagna. You can do a really good crock pot bolognese. So there's plenty of options that you can use and keep things kind of switched up a little bit. That way you don't get stuck in the rut that I sat in for, 3 years of just spaghetti and tacos. I don't recommend it. So Tuesday, for example, Taco Tuesday, why ruin a good thing? Wednesdays, leftovers, easy. Thursday, pizza night. Thursdays are my errand days. So I tend to be out of the house. It makes life easier. Friday is kind of a wild card night. Kind of depends on what's going on. Kind of depends on what we feel like eating. Saturday, I like to go for an Instant Pot recipe, or if it's one of my big cook days, and I'll just make an extra of the food that I'm preparing for later in the week. And Sunday's a great day for crock pot meals. That way you get to spend time with the family. You get a nice hot meal after church. It's just a good way to go. A quick step that I've neglected to mention is check the sale ads. Look at your grocery store, see what they're offering that's on sale that week. That will help you plan to have more affordable options, so you're not planning to have a rack of lamb when that's not on sale because it's not spring. Stick with the things that are on sale, and then you can buy those in bulk and stick them in the freezer, and then you'll have them later on. All right. Now it's time to get all of your menu items written down in your planner and figure out what you do need to buy. So I will sit down with my favorite cookbooks, my Pinterest board, some of my old favorite recipes that I've got stashed away, and I will write down what it is that I'm cooking on what day, and then I'll make a separate grocery list as I go through each meal and write down the items that I do not have yet that I need to purchase. When you're finished with that, it's time to figure out where you're going to shop. All right, The final part of actually getting the food into the house and knowing what you're going to do with it is the shopping. When I'm shopping, I'm usually looking for the best deals. So if I can get chicken breast, for example, for $1.49 a pound at one store, and I can get hamburger for $1.79 a pound at another store, I'm probably going to go to both stores. If for any other reason, because I buy in large quantities. So it isn't really saving me any money to only shop at the one store if I'm paying twice the price for the hamburger that I need, even though I'm getting a great deal on the chicken. Another option that I'm looking at is, what if I buy a cow? What if I buy, if I join some of these subscription services to have food delivered to my house? And I have been very happy with the imperfect foods that I mentioned on my very first video. I will have that linked below so you can see the review. I'm also going to be adding a new review to that coming up. I'm looking into Thrive. I've seen it. I'm just trying to decide if I want to swallow paying the sign-up fee, because it is pretty pricey. It's one time or once a year, but it's still 50 bucks, I think. I'm also looking into, do I want to get signed back up with my local Sam's? We now have a Costco, and I'm very, very tempted to go ahead and give that a shot, if for any other reason, that they seem to have a lot of really great options for keto dieters. That is something that we do around here. So I'm always looking for great options and solutions to having a keto diet. You're going to have to decide what you feel like is your best option. Look around, spend some time on your computer. I'm doing some research, I'm comparing prices, I'm seeing how much I'm going to be paying per plate, per meal. I know that it takes 3 pounds of hamburger to feed my family one meal, so I'm doing the math and I'm doing a little bit of research. If you guys would be interested in me showing you how it is that I'm, you know, kind of writing everything down and deciding what is going to be the best budget-friendly option for my family, please comment below. That would be very helpful. I also am looking at delivery services just at my local stores. I found out that the Aldi delivery service Instacart is not available to me here at my home. Apparently I live outside the city limits too far. But I still can do the pickup services. I still can use Shipt. And although I might be paying a little bit more for those, there is something to be said for the ease of use and the convenience. So I'm weighing my options. I suggest that you do the same. And just, you know, have fun with this. You guys, don't, if you are not a person that enjoys getting out 50 ingredients and making super complicated meals, then don't plan those. You'll be miserable. Go ahead. You know, there's nothing wrong with a skillet meal or a sheet pan meal, or, you know, making something that you just throw the ingredients in that crock pot and you let that puppy go. It's mostly just about making sure that you are feeding your family good quality ingredients. They don't have to be fancy or complicated. You just want them to feel full and keep their bodies healthy. And that really is what it boils down to. So I hope that I've been helpful to you today. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a strong like so that YouTube says, hey, Kelly's not so bad, and they'll show me to other people. Also, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, because that is the only way you're going to get notified when I post new uploads. You guys are great, and I really want to thank you for spending time with me today. I enjoy having you here with me, and I enjoy that you've sacrificed a little bit of your day to spend with me, and I hope that I've given you food for thought, something to learn, and something that's made your day a little bit easier, a little more joyful, and a lot more simple.